Alright, so on this episode, we get the motor pulled in the red car. I get sick, and you get to see what's powering this car. So, check this out. Show them what you're doing in there.
Edits, bro.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
He's running the MacBook on the inside. This thing's Mac and Jack powered right now. Put my American hat on when I talk. Hang on a second. Alright, so we've got something stuck. It's actually the O2 sensor in the pipe. It's starting to try to round off. I know, shouldn't be using a crescent wrench, I get it. I got my 4th of July hat on. It's actually the 5th of July. We got a torch. When it don't come out, use heat. If it still don't come out, use more heat. Use a cutting torch. Okay guys, so you guys, I just said guys twice, that makes 3 times. Haven't seen the underside of the car, so there was a little bit of a fluid leak right here. I think it's actually on the power steering rack. First, we kind of thought it was coming out of the diff, but I think that the only leak that we currently have was out of the power steering rack, and that one has a good rack and everything on it, so I'm not too worried about that. Moving down, hang on. Oh no, we want to be zoomed out. Moving down the rest of the way, the transmission looks good. We've already pulled this half shaft over here. We're letting it drain. Had to be able to get up here to the wastegate. Can't see the wastegate real good without getting transmission fluid on my camera. To the wastegate to be able to pull this pipe off. Moving our way back down the car. No real injuries. There's some skidding on the trailer probably when they loaded it from Copart. I don't know. It may have been when we loaded it on mine. Get to about right here, everything's still good. Then you get to here and it actually started ripping stuff out. You can see where the intermediate carrier bearing for the 2-piece drive shaft was ripped out. The drive shaft itself still looks pretty straight. I think it just, as it shoved the rear end forward, it pushed this down. There was no leaking out of the rear seal from the transmission, so I think the transmission's still pretty good. And then moving our way back some more, you get to back here, and you can see where most of the real carnage was. The rear diff's a little scratched up, but again, not leaking. We don't see anything busted, no cracks. I think we may have a good diff too. This wheel's trash. That brake rotor had the line ripped out of it where the line mounts to it, which sucks because these rotors are worth a lot of money. So we're down a rotor. The other 4 look good. But anyways, that is the back of the car, or the underside of the car. Just thought I would show you while we were under here working on it.
Tell me like a Hellcat. Like a Hellcat.
is using the car lift as a cherry picker, because I don't have a cherry picker here right now. So don't do as I say, don't do as I do. And I say don't do this, but I want to get this motor out, so we're doing it. But you shouldn't, probably. You should probably get the right tools. We got the motor out. Thanks to all the cars. It's storming. You're probably hearing it on the mic. And it's like 5 o'clock. Me and the family are going to a movie at, I don't know what time it's supposed to be, but I know we got to eat first. So we're calling it for today. I'm going to throw some pork right down. And we'll see you guys probably tomorrow. I don't know if Cart's going to be here, but I'll be out here. See you. It's already hot, so hot. I was going to use my remote mic. It's not working with my camera for some reason. So, as you can see, that has happened. Motor's out of the WReXed. So, I need to quit saying so. Today, I'm going to work on getting the motor cleaned up. I want to give it a good detail before it goes in the new car. Need to detail the engine bay of the new car. Working on it, we discovered a couple things. Nothing bad, just a couple things that I didn't realize. It had an external wastegate on it with a. I have an NVIDIA. No, I don't. I have a nameless turbo back exhaust system that I was going to use with this car, but the turbo back, the downpipe, is not set up for an external wastegate. So I'm going to have to use the downpipe off this car, which luckily was in good shape. I set them next to each other. They should interchange without any problem. I kind of wanted to keep the nameless turbo back system all together. Hang on just a second. I need my coffee. As you can see, we have a homemade cherry picker right now because I don't actually own a cherry picker. And it's so humid in Oklahoma. I've got to get my shop fans put in. But anyways, that's it. You're gonna watch us clean a motor today. Sunday, we didn't go to church this morning, so I'm probably gonna watch a service online at some point. That's what I do when I'm lazy and don't make it to church. Oh, and Jack, as you can see, Jack's not here. He's at a birthday party, played video games all night. So he probably won't be real energetic about getting this video edited today. But anyways, we're gonna get after it.
Hellcat.
Alright, that's about all I'm going to clean up on the outside of the heads, the valve covers, underneath the block. The rest of the motor I'll clean up once I get in the car. Just because I know I'm going to have grease on my hands moving around, I'm going to have to re-detail it anyways, but the top of it will be easy to get to when it's in the car. So now we're going to jump over to the blue car. We're going to detail the engine bay a little bit and get it ready to take this motor. So let's do that. What are you doing in there, bud? I don't think this car's going anywhere. Yeah, I don't think this one's going anywhere. No rides in this one right now, buddy. Sorry, Ragnar. It's got to be hot in there. There ain't no breeze. Okay, what I originally thought, I don't know how much you missed. The memory card was full, so I had to go swap them out. I just vacuumed up all the loose road debris. What I originally thought was road debris, I knew the guy had tracked this car, and I think it was actually asphalt chips from the racetrack and sand from going off a curve at some point, because there was a lot of sand and some asphalt chips. So we got all that vacuumed out. Now we're going to use some Purple Power. We're going to degrease some stuff. We're going to clean up the inside of this engine bay, make it look good, and get ready to drop the next motor in. Cool?
Like a hell.
I love when I record a whole segment and didn't hit record. Okay, so what I was saying is the motor is ready to go in. I need to get some quick disconnect fuel line tools so I can get all the E85 hardware and lines and everything that was on that car moved over to this one. It has some AN fittings on it, and I want to just keep everything that was with the original system. Another thing, we need to get the tune off of that. Well, we're not taking it off that ECM. I talked to Ben on Facebook, the guy that originally tuned this, and he said he still had the tune file for that car. So I think he's going to hook us up with it. That will enable us to get this car started, even though it's going to have different exhaust on it. That should be the only thing. It should be safe enough to get it started, move it around, get it on the trailer. With the access port, we can check AFRs and make sure we're not getting any weird knocks or anything like that. We may even be able to drive it. But then we're going to go get this thing on a dyno and get a dyno tune done on it. I didn't go into a full car detail underneath the hood of this. That's not the point in this car. Yes, it's very nice. It's going to look nice, but it's going to get driven. It's going to get probably in the rain, in the snow, in the ice. We'll take care of it while we got it. Then it's up to the next people once we sell it to take care of it. But we're going to drive it too. So I really didn't feel like I needed to go in there and scrub every single inch of the inside of this engine bay. It's not a show car. But it looks good. It looks a lot better than it did. We got all the racetrack out of the inside of it. And I think in the next video, guys, we're going to be putting the motor in. I don't see any reason why we can't. I don't know of anything else that would take place in between now and then. So fingers crossed that at the end of this video, you guys don't have to wait very long. Another video pops up and the car's running. Stay tuned, guys. Thanks for watching the episode. We hope you guys are ready to see this car run. We know we're ready to have it running. We're actually dropping the motor in it tonight, but you won't see that. So if you haven't caught up on this build, check out the previous videos here, and thanks for watching. Oh, by the way, see you guys.